Good morning, dear students. In today's lecture, we will discuss about solid waste and its management. So let's start our today's lecture. The topics which I will discuss in today's lecture are what are solid wastes, the reasons of solid waste generation, then we will talk about the types of solid waste, and finally we will discuss about the effects of solid waste. So to start with, the solid waste is unwanted solid material that is generated from human activities in residential, industrial or commercial areas. The management of solid waste is collection, treatment and disposal of solid material that is discarded because it is no longer useful. If there will be improper disposal of the solid waste, it can create unsanitary conditions, and these conditions in turn can lead to environmental pollution and also may be a reason of outbreak of vector-borne diseases. So we have to make a policy and implement it on the ground level for collection, transportation and management of solid waste in urban and rural areas. Now we'll talk about the reasons of the solid waste generation. The first and the foremost reason of solid waste generation is overpopulation. We know that population creates demand of various products which is required in day-to-day life. If there will be overpopulation or overpopulation in any nation, then definitely the more and more demand has to be supplied in the form of various products. Now, if you use any product, then some part of it will be left as a waste, and that causes the generation of solid waste. India, being the second highest populous country, generates a large amount of solid waste every day, and to your surprise, we have only capacity to treat 40% of the total solid waste that is generated in our country. 60% of solid waste is still being dumped without any planning or without any treatment to the nearby areas, and it finally causes a lot of problems to the environment and human beings. So the most important reason of solid waste generation is overpopulation. Another reason could be urbanization. We are converting our open land into the urban lands by doing a lot of constructions, and this rapid urbanization is leading to generation of more and more solid waste every day. Because when we do urbanization in any area, then we use number of things for constructions, for cement, bricks, paint, wood, processed wood, and some part of it goes into waste, which is then thrown away without any treatment. So urbanization is also causing generation of solid waste. The third reason of solid waste generation could be fast growing technology. You will notice that nowadays the technology has become so advanced that if you are using any gadget or any electronic equipment, within few months another latest version of that equipment comes to the market. Now, even though your that particular gadget is working very nicely, but when you see that upgraded version of the similar gadget in the market, you feel that now you should dump your this particular equipment or gadget and purchase the new one. Because of that, the solid waste, especially the electronic solid waste is generating at a very large scale every day. So fast growing technology is also responsible of generation of solid waste. The fourth reason could be affluence. Affluence means increased purchase power of a common person. If the technology has advanced, but if your pocket is not allowing to purchase the new product or equipment or gadget. Perhaps you will not go to the market to buy the upgraded version. But because along with the upgradation of technology, our buying power has also increased, and this is resulting into replacing of our existing gadgets very frequently. And that is another reason of solid waste generation. The final reason could be lack of awareness, which is a very important reason of solid waste generation. We are generating more and more solid waste because we are not fully aware of the problems that could arise by doing so. There are a number of products or things which we throw as a solid waste could be reused or recycled in our own houses. But because we are not aware about it, that's why we simply throw it away. So lack of awareness is also causing the generation of solid waste every day. So these are the reasons of solid waste generation. Now we'll talk about the types of solid waste. The solid waste is heterogeneous in nature. Heterogeneous means there are different varieties of solid waste found in the environment. And all these varieties of solid waste differ in terms of their decomposition rate, in terms of their composition, or in terms of their ability to harm environment and human beings. In general, we can divide our solid waste into two categories. The first is hazardous waste and second category is non-hazardous waste. Hazardous waste is the waste that causes immediate danger to the exposed individuals or the environment. And there are a number of hazardous waste such as certain chemicals which are released from the industries as industrial waste, and number of pesticides which we use in the agricultural fields as well as insecticides. All these are hazardous waste because if we come across or if we come in contact with these waste, they can cause severe health issues or severe environmental issues. That's why they are kept under the category of hazardous waste. Another type of waste are called non-hazardous waste, and these are the solid waste which arise from a community that requires collection and transport to a processing or disposal site. The hazardous waste, non-hazardous wastes are not as much dangerous as the hazardous wastes are. The example of non-hazardous waste would be the municipal waste, which is also called refuse. The refuse or the municipal waste includes garbage and rubbish. Now we will see that what is the difference between garbage and rubbish. Garbage is mostly decomposable food waste, the waste that comes out of our kitchens, such as leftover food or vegetable peel-offs, etc. Whereas rubbish is mostly dry material such as glass, paper, cloth or wood, which is also generated from a house. The garbage is highly putrescible. Putrescible means it is highly decomposable. If you leave garbage for some time, then the bacteria which are present in the environment will attack on it and degrade it into simpler nutrients and compounds. In this process, some gases are released into the environment such as carbon dioxide and methane. So garbage can be easily degraded by the bacteria or microorganisms. The rubbish is trash and it includes bulky items such as old refrigerators, couches or large tree stumps. They all are included in the category of rubbish and they are also called trash. So that was the difference between garbage and rubbish of municipal solid waste. Another type of solid waste is construction and demolition solid waste. The construction and demolition activities generate large amount of solid waste in the form of construction material, wood processing waste, paints, plastics, buckets, glasses, metal scraps, etc. These construction and solid waste are inert and non-hazardous. So usually they are disposed of in municipal sanitary landfills because they are not hazardous. So they are disposed in the sanitary landfills which are prepared by the municipal corporation of any city. The another type of solid waste is agricultural waste, the waste, solid waste that arise from the agricultural field or agricultural sector. The agricultural waste is produced as a result of various agricultural operations. It includes animal manure and other waste from the farms, poultry houses and slaughterhouses. It also includes harvest waste. When we harvest our crop, then some part of it is waste. So that part of the crop is considered as agricultural waste. It also includes fertilizer runoff from the fields, pesticides that enter into water, air or soils, and salt and silt which are drained from the fields. So agricultural waste has two categories. One is non-hazardous, such as manure, crop residues, tree twigs or fallen leaves, etc., as well as the hazardous waste such as pesticides, fertilizers. So proper care has to be taken for the management of hazardous waste of the agricultural waste. So this is one of the type of solid waste. Another type is medical waste. The medical waste is any waste that is generated as a byproduct of healthcare work at doctors, surgeries, dentists, hospitals and laboratories. The medical waste include any material that could come into contact with the body during diagnosis, research, drug administration or any type of treatment. It is likely to be infectious or potentially infectious and is often contaminated with the bodily fluids in some way. The medical waste can further be subdivided into certain types. The first category is general waste. Most medical waste, mostly typical household and office waste, such as plastic buckets, papers, cardboards, etc., which is used in the offices, in clinics and hospitals. Another type of medical waste is infectious waste, the waste that could cause an infection in the humans, such as blood samples, human tissues which are discarded during surgery, or anything contaminated with the bodily fluids. The next category of medical waste is hazardous waste. These waste are dangerous but not infectious, like sharps, discarded surgical equipment, and some chemical waste, including medicines. Another category is radioactive waste, which is any waste generated as a result of radioactive treatment, like cancer therapies. When a cancer patient is treated with radiation therapy using the radioactive substances, then radioactive waste is released. And medical equipments that uses nuclear elements are also under this category. So these are the some of categories of medical waste. These are some of the pictures which I have taken from internet, and these are the pictures of medical waste which has generated during the COVID pandemic period. You can see that a large quantity of medical waste in the forms of masks and PPE kits and discarded aprons, then gloves and surgical equipments, etc., are generated every day. So treatment of COVID is a major task and target to all of us. But along with that, management of the excess of medical waste which has been generated during this period is also very important, because if not treated, this waste will cause number of secondary problems to the surrounding areas where it will be dumped without any treatment. So medical waste has to be treated very efficiently using all the guidelines which has been issued by the government of any nation. The another type of solid waste is electronic waste. The electronic waste is the fastest growing component in many developed countries, including India. As I discussed in my previous slides also, that because of high purchase power and technological advancement, the electronic waste, or it is also called e-waste, has started generating at a very rapid scale, and its management or its treatment is very much essential, because it can cause various problems related to the health, because a number of electronic gadgets, lead, mercury and cadmium heavy metals are used, which can cause very severe problems to the vital organs of human body. This electronic waste includes discarded computer equipments, televisions, telephones, and variety of other electronic devices. So the best way to treat electronic waste is to recycle it, because electronic waste can be recycled very efficiently. So these are all the types of solid waste. Now we will discuss about the effects of solid waste. First of all, we will talk about the effect on health. If solid waste is not collected on regular basis and allowed to dump at any place, it may create unsanitary conditions in that area. And this may lead to the epidemic outbreak, because the solid waste are a breeding place for number of mosquitoes, insects and bacteria. So if the solid waste will not be treated and dumped, it can lead to epidemic outbreak. The many diseases such as jaundice, dysentery, diarrhea, plague and other gastrointestinal problems may arise because of the solid waste that is dumped to any area. Even the improper handling of solid waste may cause health hazards among the health workers who are dealing with this solid waste. So that was the effect of solid waste on health. Now talking about effect of solid waste on environment. If the solid waste is not managed properly, it starts decaying in the open areas, especially the decomposable organic waste, decomposable solid waste, and it can cause foul smell and air pollution in that area, because harmful gases such as carbon dioxide and methane starts releasing from such areas. The openly dumped solid waste, if comes in contact with the rain or the flowing water, then the harmful pollutants which are present in that solid waste may get mixed up with the water and can cause soil and water pollution in the surrounding areas. The solid waste heaps, as I said, are breeding places for the mosquitoes and insects, causing vector-borne diseases. So, likewise, the solid waste can cause lot of problem to the environment as well as the health hazards to the human beings. So it is very much necessary that we should try to reduce the size of solid waste. We should try to recycle solid waste as much as possible, and there should be a proper procedure or method of collection, transportation and management of the solid waste. In the next lecture, we will talk about the management techniques of solid waste. So that was all about today's lecture. Oh, thank you so much.